Creatine is one of the most researched, trusted, and effective supplements ever introduced to the fitness world. Decades of scientific research have consistently shown that creatine can increase muscle strength, improve power output, enhance workout performance, and support long-term muscle growth when combined with proper training and nutrition. Yet, despite all this evidence, a shocking number of people still use creatine incorrectly. And when creatine is used incorrectly, the results can range from disappointing to downright harmful. Many people unknowingly sabotage their progress, flush their money down the drain, or even place unnecessary stress on their body simply because they follow gym myths, influencer shortcuts, or incomplete advice. What makes this worse is that most of these mistakes are completely avoidable. A few small changes can mean the difference between explosive progress and wasted effort. Before we break everything down, let's address one of the most persistent myths right away. Creatine does not cause hair loss. There is no strong scientific evidence supporting that claim. It comes from misinterpretations of isolated data and anecdotal stories, not from reliable research. For the vast majority of people, creatine is safe when used correctly. So pay close attention, especially when we reach mistake number 5. The most common error people make without even realizing how much it's limiting their gains. Mistake #1, not increasing water intake. One of the most fundamental and dangerous mistakes people make when starting creatine is failing to increase their water intake. This usually happens because people don't fully understand how creatine works inside the body. Creatine pulls water into muscle cells. This process, often referred to as cell volumization, is one of the reasons creatine helps stimulate muscle growth and strength. When muscle cells become more hydrated, protein synthesis improves, recovery accelerates, and muscles appear fuller and stronger. But here's the problem. If you don't increase your water intake, your body has to pull that water from somewhere else. The result can be mild to severe dehydration in other tissues. This can lead to headaches, fatigue, reduced endurance, muscle cramps, digestive discomfort, and in extreme cases, kidney stress. Many people wrongly blame creatine itself for these side effects when the real issue is dehydration. To avoid this, you should increase your daily water intake by 500 to 1,000 milliliters, or about 16 to 34 ounces, on top of what you normally drink. A simple hydration check is urine color. It should be pale yellow or clear. Creatine works best in a well-hydrated body. Without enough water, you're not only wasting its benefits, you're also increasing the risk of unnecessary side effects. Mistake #2, taking creatine on an empty stomach. Another extremely common mistake is taking creatine on an empty stomach, especially first thing in the morning or before a fasted workout. Creatine absorption improves dramatically when insulin levels rise. Insulin acts as a transporter, helping shuttle creatine into muscle cells. When you take creatine alone without carbohydrates, insulin remains low and absorption is significantly reduced. Studies have shown that combining creatine with 30 to 50 grams of fast-digesting carbohydrates can increase muscle creatine uptake by up to 60%. That's a massive difference. Good carbohydrate sources include bananas, white rice, sweet potatoes, white bread, honey, or fruit juice. These spike insulin quickly and help push creatine exactly where it needs to go. There's also the digestive side of things. Taking creatine on an empty stomach often causes nausea, bloating, stomach cramps, or diarrhea. Food acts as a buffer and improves tolerance. The best time to take creatine is after your workout, with a carb-rich meal or snack. If you train fasted, simply wait until after training to take it. This one change alone can dramatically improve results. Mistake #3, ignoring creatine quality to save money. Trying to save money is understandable, but with creatine, cheap can become expensive very fast. Not all creatine is created equal. High-quality creatine monohydrate is typically 99.9% pure and undergoes rigorous testing. Low-quality products may contain contaminants, fillers, heavy metals, or impurities that reduce effectiveness and increase health risks. Poor-quality creatine is also less soluble, meaning it doesn't dissolve well. This leads to stomach discomfort and lower absorption. When choosing creatine, look for brands that provide transparency, third-party testing, and quality certifications, such as CrePure, which guarantees pharmaceutical-grade purity. Saving a few dollars isn't worth sacrificing performance, digestion, or long-term health. Mistake #4, only taking creatine on training days. Many people treat creatine like a pre-workout supplement. This is a huge misunderstanding. Creatine works through saturation, not stimulation. It builds up in your muscles over time. Skipping doses on rest days causes creatine levels to drop, slowing progress and reducing performance benefits. Muscle growth doesn't happen during workouts, it happens during recovery. Creatine supports muscle repair, ATP regeneration, and strength adaptation even on rest days. The solution is simple: take creatine every single day, training or not. Choose a consistent time after meals, post-workout, or with breakfast, and make it a habit. Mistake #5, choosing the wrong type of creatine. This is the most common mistake and the most aggressively marketed. Creatine, HCl, buffered creatine, liquid creatine, ethyl ester, crealkaline. Despite the hype, creatine monohydrate remains the most effective, safest, and best researched form. No other version has consistently shown superior results. Other types may dissolve better or sound more advanced, but they don't outperform monohydrate in muscle growth or strength gains. Many are simply more expensive with no added benefit. If digestion is an issue, micronized creatine monohydrate is a better option. But it's still monohydrate, just processed to dissolve better. Stick with what works. Mistake #6, mixing creatine incorrectly. Mixing creatine into thick protein shakes or acidic drinks is another mistake people make for convenience. Creatine doesn't dissolve well in thick liquids. Much of it settles at the bottom and gets thrown away. Acidic environments can also cause creatine to degrade into creatinine over time. The best method is simple: mix creatine in room temperature water, stir thoroughly, and drink it immediately. Alternatively, dry scoop followed by water works too. Simple beats fancy. Mistake #7, expecting instant results. Creatine is not magic. It's not a steroid, and it doesn't work overnight. Muscle saturation typically takes 2 to 4 weeks of consistent use. Real strength and hypertrophy benefits usually become noticeable after 8 to 12 weeks. Early signs may include extra reps, less fatigue, or slight weight gain from water retention. That's normal. If you quit after 1 week because nothing happened, you never gave creatine a chance to work. Mistake #8, using the wrong dose. More creatine does not mean more muscle. Once muscles are saturated, excess creatine is simply excreted. Overdosing increases the risk of digestive issues and kidney strain. There are 2 effective approaches: loading phase 20 g per day for 5-7 days, then 3-5 g daily. No loading, 3-5 g daily from the start. Heavier individuals may need slightly more, but massive doses are unnecessary. Mistake #9, not consulting a medical professional. Creatine is safe for most people, but not everyone. If you have kidney issues, liver problems, a history of kidney stones, or neuromuscular conditions, medical clearance is essential. Even healthy individuals may have undiagnosed issues. A simple consultation can prevent long-term problems. Mistake #10, ignoring side effects. The final mistake, and one that often turns small issues into big problems, is ignoring how your body responds once you start taking creatine. Many people assume that because creatine is safe, they don't need to pay attention to side effects or bodily changes. This mindset is dangerous. No supplement, no matter how well researched, should ever be taken without self-awareness. Although creatine is well tolerated by most users, side effects can still occur, particularly during the first few weeks. These may include water retention, bloating, digestive discomfort, diarrhea, muscle cramps, headaches, or noticeable fluctuations in body weight. In many cases, these effects are not signs that creatine is harmful, but rather indicators that hydration, dosage, or electrolyte balance needs adjustment. Keeping a short journal during the first few weeks can help identify patterns early. Creatine works, but only when used correctly. Avoid these 10 mistakes, stay consistent, hydrate properly, and train intelligently. Small changes lead to massive results over time. If this helped you, share your thoughts in the comments. And remember, progress isn't about shortcuts. It's about doing the basics right every single day. See you in the next one.